I literally didn't have my microphone plugged in. Let's try this again. You're actually going to hear me this time, but I'm betting that you could tell what I said as soon as I figured it out. Okay. So have you ever been talking to somebody, like say in some public space, and you're just like, yeah, astrology this and astrology that, and then you hear from some Capricorn saying, I don't believe in astrology. I'm not anything like a Capricorn. And then you find out it's a Capricorn who has a Cancer moon. I'm going to tell you why that happens. So here we are, back again to figure out who we are and why we are like that. A scented candle ain't gonna fix the knot in your chest when life punches you sideways. Just saying. Your moon sign isn't a fairy godmother. It's the scarred up fighter in your gut and heart. The instinct that keeps you swinging when the rest of the world is a frickin' dumpster fire. With that said, welcome to Atlantis Waites Reflections. This is where we strip away the woo-woo and dig into consciousness, self-improvement, and astrology that hits like a cold shower. It's good for you, I promise. I'm Atlantis Waites, and today we're cracking open your moon sign and your natal chart. The raw wiring behind your feelings, your late night spirals, your why did I say it that way moments. By the end, you'll have clarity on what drives your emotional survival, resilience to face your inner storms, and a path to growth that doesn't involve chanting at the moon. Never heard about moon signs? Stick around, because we're exposing every moon sign's fight or flight, from Aries bar brawl energy to Pisces quiet rebellion. It's gonna explain a lot, I promise. Let's dive in. So, what the hell is a moon sign, and why should you give a damn? Your moon sign is the zodiac sign the moon was chilling in when you were born, tied to your birth date, time, and place. Yes. Every single planet is in a different location in your chart and everything. It's not just about the sun. Every single chart that is out there for people on this planet are special little snowflake charts. There's no exact same ones, okay? The moon goes through all the signs while the sun is in one sign. So it stays in a sign for about 2.5 days and moves on to the next one. It moves very quickly. So this is very much the reason why your Capricorn dad is very different than your Capricorn best friend. Likely different moon signs. Think of it as the emotional compass in your personality's backpack. It guides your instincts, your gut reactions, the way you survive when life gets raw and hard, and how you express your emotions. It gives dimensionality and texture to your behavior in a big way. It's not your sun's why you exist or Mercury's mental chatter or perception. It's the quiet voice that whispers, "Get up and keep going." Or sometimes, "Run." In astrology, the moon rules your emotions, your instincts, and your inner safe house. It rules the sign of Cancer, the 4th house, your inner self. It is the other luminary. In astrology, it's always about the sun and the moon and how they are different. They are the two different sides of you. Your moon sign is what kicks in when you're stressed, hurt, or just trying to make it through a bad day. So here's the no BS truth. It's not always your friend. Your moon sign can be your anchor in a storm, or the quicksand dragging you under. It's the reflex that saves you, or screws you, when the pressure's on. So why does this matter? Because knowing your moon sign is like knowing the terrain in a street fight. It shows you where you're strong, where you're vulnerable, and how to dodge the next hit. This is about understanding your emotional wiring, so you can navigate life without breaking. So forget the manifest bliss crap. This is about survival, emotional clarity when you're unraveling, resilience when the world's screaming, and growth when you learn to fight smarter, not harder. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. Your moon sign isn't just some inner vibe. It's the pulse that shapes how you handle life's mess and how the world, also known as your friends and family, reads your emotional frequency. On a personal level, it's your emotional default, the instinct that kicks in when you're raw and unguarded. Children's behaviors usually reflect their moon sign. Children are emotionally guided. It's why a Scorpio Moon broods like a storm cloud when offended, while a Gemini Moon's already on to the next distraction. It's your wiring. It's the way you process joy, pain, and everything in between. Think of it like this. Your moon sign is like the old creaky floorboards in your mental house. You know where to step to avoid the squeaks, but sometimes you hit one anyway when you're not paying attention. An Aries Moon might lash out to feel alive, but it leaves scars. A Pisces Moon might feel everyone's pain, but it drowns them if they don't swim up for air. Knowing your moon sign helps you map those floorboards, spot the triggers, dodge the traps, and build emotional muscle. My hope with this video is to give clarity to name your feelings, resilience to ride out the storms, and growth from learning when to fight and when to let go. Your moon sign is how your emotional pulse vibes or clashes with the world's chaos. Think of society as a crowded street fight, and your moon sign is how you move through it. A Capricorn Moon builds walls to keep the noise out, while a Sagittarius Moon dodges the punches, looking for the exit. This isn't about fitting in like some horoscope fortune cookie. It's about how your instincts play in the world's arena. A Libra Moon might smooth over a workplace spat, but society's demand for toughness can make them feel spineless if they don't stand firm. An Aquarius Moon might spark a revolution with their ideas, but come off as cold in a world that wants warm fuzzies and causes people to rebel against them. And no, this isn't about channeling lunar energy or whatever's trending on social media this week or every full moon. It's about real stakes. Keeping your cool when life is a pressure cooker, finding strength in your scars, and carving a path that's yours and accepting yourself. Once you get your moon sign's energy, you stop tripping over your own emotions. You gain clarity on why you feel what you feel, resilience to face the world's punches, and a purpose that's rooted in surviving, not escaping, your reality. But every moon sign's got its shadow. It's fight or flight gone wrong. So we're going to break it down, sign by sign, and let's see what you're really working with relatable metaphors, real-world examples, and just enough drama to make you nod and say, yeah, that's me. This is about you. What fuels your feels, what knocks you off balance, and how to fight back stronger. Aries Moon. You're a street fighter with a short fuse. Your emotions hit like a jab to the jaw. Your hidden pulse is pure instinct, a need to act fast and feel alive through action. You're the one who stands up in a crisis or dives headfirst into a heated argument. But the hard part about Aries Moons, that temper flares like a match in gasoline, leaving you or others, mostly others, burned. Ever snapped at a friend over what you realized later was nothing? That's your Aries Moon throwing punches. So here's to hoping you get clarity to pause before you swing, saving your energy for battles that matter. For example, you call out a coworker's mistake in a public meeting, but it escalates into a feud. Next time, channel that fire into a direct but private, calm conversation. Same impact, less fallout. Resilience is learning to fight smart, not just hard. Taurus Moon. You're a fortress under siege. Solid, unshakable, but often too stubborn to open the gates. Your hidden pulse is emotional security, craving calm like it's the last safe spot in a war zone. You soothe others with your steady vibe, but your drama, change feels like an invasion, and you dig in like a bull being dragged in for a bath. I always think about that old Looney Tunes episode with the bull and the Bugs Bunny when I think of Taurus Moons being asked to change. Taurus, have you ever clung to an emotionally toxic routine because it's comfortable? That is your Taurus Moon hoarding stability. It would help to learn resilience through adapting without losing your core. So for example, you stick to a dead-end job because it's predictable, missing a chance to grow. Try one small shift, like learning a new skill, and feel the strength. Baby steps are still good steps forward. Take it slow. You might actually like it. Clarity comes from balancing safety with growth. Gemini Moon, you're a live wire in a thunderstorm. Your emotions spark and jump, chasing the next thought. Your hidden pulse is mental agility, processing feelings through ideas and words faster than most can blink. You're a master at dodging boredom, but the drama, your heart scatters like static, leaving you frazzled. I mean, have you ever started 3 arguments in your head while avoiding one real talk? That's your Gemini Moon. The goal is to get clarity from grounding your buzzing feels into one focus. For example, you overthink a breakup text, writing 10 different drafts, and then just decide to ghost instead because you don't want to deal with it. Just pick one thought, say it, trust your gut that it was right, and move on. Resilience is taming your mental storm, that monkey mind, into a clear signal. Cancer Moon, you're a riptide, deep, protective, and pulling everything into your emotional undertow. Your hidden pulse is nurturing instinct, building safe harbors while hiding your own wounds. The hard part is that you retreat like a wounded animal, and old hurts fester like salt in a cut. I mean, have you ever iced out a friend for forgetting a promise to bring you coffee? That is your Cancer Moon sulking. Try learning resilience through owning your pain without letting it sink you. For example, you take a slight from an acquaintance personally and withdraw, but it isolates you. Name your hurt out loud, set a boundary, and feel lighter. Clarity comes from balancing care with self-protection. Leo Moon. Leo. That's me too. You're a bonfire in a blackout. Bold, warm, but craving eyes to witness your glow like I do. Your hidden pulse is emotional pride, expressing your heart with flair and needing to feel seen. The drama is, when the spotlight dims, you feel like a snuffed flame, and you spiral into self-doubt. I mean, have you ever sulked because no one hyped your big moment? That is your Leo Moon roaring for attention. Focus on growth through fueling your own fire because it makes you happy, not waiting for an applause. For example, you share a heartfelt post online, but low likes sting. Focus on why you love it, and the glow returns. You did the right thing anyway. Resilience is shining for yourself first. Virgo Moon. You're a battlefield medic. Practical, precise, fixing emotional wounds with quiet skill. You guys are amazing at that. Your hidden pulse is service, analyzing feelings to make sense of the chaos. Try not to obsess over fixing your emotions because it's a one-way ticket to burnout. There's nothing to be fixed, just everything to be discovered. Ever stayed up analyzing why you're sad instead of just feeling it? That is your Virgo Moon. Focus on gaining clarity from letting good enough be your ally. So for example, you overplan a family event, stressing over details, and you end up missing the whole joy of the event. Simplify one task and you'll feel grounded. Resilience is prioritizing healing over perfection. Libra Moon. You're a diplomat in a bar fight. Charming, balanced, but dodging conflict like it's a haymaker. Your hidden pulse is emotional harmony, smoothing rough edges to keep the peace. Unfortunately, you avoid your own feelings to avoid a scene, and it leaves you hollow. Ever said, "I'm cool," while your heart is screaming? Yes, Libra Moon, that is you. Work on gaining strength from owning your truth, even if it's messy. For example, you mediate a friend's drama, but hide your own hurt, and it festers. Speak up, even if it's awkward, and feel the relief. Clarity comes from balancing others' needs with your own. Scorpio Moon. You're a storm brewing in silence. Intense, deep, and ready to reshape the landscape. Your hidden pulse is emotional transformation, diving into the dark to find truth. The drama you bring is that you cling to pain like a battle scar, and it can poison your peace and everyone else's. I mean, have you ever replayed a betrayal for years? That is your Scorpio Moon sharpening its knife. Practice resilience through releasing what you can't control. For example, you obsess over a friend's lie, plotting revenge. Redirect that intensity into a passion project, and you'll rise stronger. Clarity comes from focusing on your power, not their flaws. Sagittarius Moon. You're a runaway train, free, restless, chasing emotional horizons. Your hidden pulse is adventure, seeking truth and meaning to fuel your heart. You tend to bolt from heavy feelings, leaving connections in the dust. Have you ever laughed off a breakup to avoid crying? That is your Sagittarius Moon sprinting away like, nope. Build your growth through facing one feeling at a time. For example, you dodge a tough talk with a friend, joking instead, but it strains the bond. Sit still, listen, and grow deeper roots. Clarity comes from balancing freedom with connection. Capricorn Moon. You're a fortress on a cliff, stoic, disciplined, but carrying a weight no one sees. Your hidden pulse is emotional grit, building stability through control and hard-won lessons. The drama you bring is that you bury your feelings like contraband, and it starves your joy, making you kind of cranky. Have you ever worked through a heartbreak because emotions can wait? That's your Capricorn Moon. Try building resilience through letting yourself feel without judgment. For example, you power through a loss, staying strong, but it isolates you. Take one night to grieve, and you'll rebuild stronger. Clarity comes from balancing duty with vulnerability. Aquarius Moon. You're a rogue signal in a static storm. Detached, visionary, but hard to pin down. Your hidden pulse is emotional innovation, feeling deeply but filtering it through logic. The problem is that your aloofness makes you seem cold, alienating those who want to connect. Have you ever brushed off a friend's concern with, "I'm fine," while you're not? That is your Aquarius Moon, very common for air moons. Build growth through letting others into your orbit. For example, you hide your stress behind big ideas, but it leaves you lonely. Share one real feeling with someone and feel the shift. Clarity comes from balancing vision with human connection. Pisces Moon. You're a fog rolling over a battlefield. Soft, intuitive, but sometimes lost in the haze. Your hidden pulse is emotional depth, feeling the world's weight and weaving it into compassion. The Pisces drama, you escape into dreams when reality bites, and it stalls your fight. Have you ever zoned out to avoid a tough day? That is your Pisces Moon drifting. Try building resilience through grounding your empathy in action. For example, you feel a friend's pain, but avoid reaching out because it's heavy. Send one message, set a boundary, and you'll both heal. Clarity comes from balancing dreams with reality. There it is. The unfiltered truth about your moon sign's hidden pulse. No woo-woo fairy dust, no promises of instant zen, just the raw wiring behind your emotional survival. So I hope you gained the clarity to name the instincts driving your feels, so you stop tripping over your own heart. Resilience to take life's punches without crumbling, and growth, building a purpose that's yours, not some ex-influencer's recycled script. So here's your next step. Find your moon sign if you don't know it yet. Use free tools like AstroSeek or Cafe Astrology and just plug in your birth details. Then take one thing from your sign's breakdown, whether it's Aries cooling their jets or Pisces facing reality, which may be hard, and try it this week. Maybe it's saying what's on your mind, setting a boundary, or just letting yourself feel without fixing it. Small moves, big impact. Life is a gritty street fight, and your moon sign's your instinct in the ring, but it's up to you to throw the right punch. If this resonated, hit me up in the comments on YouTube or Spotify. What's your moon sign, and how's it showing up? I read every comment, and I want your take. If you're vibing with this no-nonsense astrology, smash that subscribe button on Atlantis Waites Reflections. I am here every week, mostly, digging into consciousness, self-improvement, and astrology that doesn't waste your time. Share this episode with someone who needs a lunar reality check. And follow me on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, or wherever. Let's keep unraveling what makes us tick. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining me for today's episode. To connect with me further, check out AtlantisWaites.com.